Steve Thurman here with Forward Financial, and this is your Monday Money Minute. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Columbus Day to those of you that might have the day off. Let's get back to it. Today we're going to be discussing your traditional retirement plans and vehicles that most of you out there probably have. Talking about your 401k, 403b, IRA, and Roth retirement plans. We're going to be discussing why they are actually terrible retirement vehicles and provide nothing but a subpar source of income for you in your golden years. So in the last couple of months here, we've been discussing the circle of wealth and the 5 rules that comprise that circle of wealth. We're going to apply these traditional retirement vehicles, 401k, 403b, IRA, and Roth, to the circle of wealth and point out where they break down. And then I'll add a few other bits of information as well. So let's recap the 5 rules of wealth really quick before we get started. Rule number 1, pay yourself first. A minimum of 10% of your income should be going to secure your future self in the form of a retirement plan and vehicle. Rule number 2, start immediately. Start today. Time waits for no man. Rule number 3, secure your money. Risk is the enemy of wealth. You must secure your money. Rule number 4, compound interest. And rule number 5, secure leverage. So the traditional retirement vehicles that most of you out there probably have break down when applied to the rule of wealth. They might adhere to rules number 1 and 2, and that's pay yourself first and starting today. But I would warrant that most of you out there are probably not contributing a minimum of 10% to your retirement plans that you have through work or your individual retirement plans on an ongoing basis. Every paycheck that comes through your hands, you should be applying a minimum of 10% of that paycheck to your retirement plan, which is your securing your future self in your golden years. And I'd warrant that most of you out there are probably not doing that. You might be getting a matching contribution from your employer that gets you close to it, but I would say even still, it's probably not getting you to that 10%. On an ongoing basis. But let's just say that you are applying rules number 1 and 2 in the circle of wealth when it comes to your traditional retirement vehicles. We move on to rule number 3, and that is secure your money. In no way does the 401k, 403b, IRA, or Roth secure your money. One way or another, whether you are blindly contributing to this plan in the hopes that you have a decent fund that's giving you a good return, or whether you are self-directing your IRA or Roth and picking your portfolio on your own. Either way you look at it, you are not susceptible. I mean, you are very susceptible. You are not avoiding risk because your money is in the market one way or another. Ask anybody that lived through the 2008 financial crisis or the early 2000s, going back to the dot-com bubble. Ask them what happened to their 401k. I'd warrant some of you out there probably lost close to half of your 401k in this last 2008 downturn. And it probably took you a good 4+ years to get back to break even. Remember, risk not only takes away your money, but it also takes away your time. It's a double whammy. And your traditional retirement vehicles absolutely break down at rule number 3, and that is securing your money. Your money is not secure in these vehicles. Rule number 4, compound interest. Yes, you can earn compound interest in these traditional retirement vehicles, but at best, it's only going to give you linear growth. Because of market volatility, that is the booms and the busts, at best, you're only going to get linear growth. Linear growth is not good enough. We want exponential growth, and the only way to achieve exponential growth is to mitigate or eliminate risk. That way you let your compounding interest really do its thing and get to work, compounding on top of itself each and every year going forward without losing any principal. And there's no way your traditional retirement vehicles are going to eliminate or mitigate enough risk to give you exponential growth. So you're only going to get linear growth at best. Again, if you don't know the difference between exponential growth and linear growth, just simply Google that, and you'll see plenty of examples there. We want exponential growth. Rule number 5, secure leverage. There's no way these traditional retirement vehicles are going to be leveraged at all, much less securely. So that's completely out. So they break down on 3 of the 5 components of the circle of wealth. When you apply these traditional retirement vehicles, they simply break down in those areas. The other reasons why these are very poor retirement vehicles are, first and foremost, taxes. One way or another, you are going to be paying taxes on these retirement plans. If you have a 401k, 403b, or IRA, you can defer taxes. That is, you're not paying taxes up front, but rest assured, you are going to be paying taxes on the back end when you start taking required minimum distributions from these retirement vehicles. You're going to be paying taxes in the future. Now, your Roth gets around that out of the gate in that you won't have to pay taxes on a Roth retirement plan later in life when you start taking required minimum distributions from that. But that simply means you paid taxes up front. It is a post-tax contribution, so you're not deferring your tax, you're simply paying it up front before you contribute to the Roth. So one way or another, you're going to be paying taxes on these retirement vehicles. If you look over my shoulder here, or right above, next to my head here is, on my computer, I've pulled up the U.S. debt clock. A very cool website you can visit, look at it on your phone or pull it up on your computer, usdebtclock.org. There's a lot of scary numbers there at that website. It'll show you the national debt, the current deficit spending, unfunded liabilities. That's actually the scariest number if you look at unfunded liabilities, but our national debt is currently $22 trillion. Our unfunded liabilities are a staggering $126 trillion. $50 trillion of that is comprised of Medicare and Social Security liabilities alone. These are things that have to be paid in the future. So if you're talking about paying taxes on these plans in the future, your 401k, 403b, and IRA, you will have to pay taxes in the future on these. What do you think taxes are going to be in the future? Higher or lower? Just visit usdebtclock.org and tell me if you think taxes are going to be higher or lower in the future. They're going to try to tax their way out of the mess that they've gotten us into here over the last several decades. And so you can almost guarantee that your taxes are going to be higher in the future. In that regard, a Roth is certainly better than a 401k. In that paying taxes up front certainly beats paying taxes on the back end due to it most likely being significantly higher. But still, with the Roth, you've got caps, just like you do your 401k and 403b and IRA. There's caps on the contributions that you can make annually. And if you're just contributing to a Roth, or an IRA, currently it's $6,000 if you're under 50, $7,000 if you're above 50. It's just not enough. I mean, the Roth and the IRA were designed to supplement your 401k, but even combined, it's not going to be enough. One way or another, you're going to be paying taxes on all of the above with these traditional retirement vehicles. The worst aspect of these vehicles is something called the 4% rule. Now, the 4% rule is something that's adopted in the financial industry that says whatever your nest egg is at retirement, whether you retire at 62, 65, 70, whatever your nest egg is, you have to live on roughly 4% of what that nest egg is on an annual basis to not outlive your money. So let's just play a little a math game here. If you have $1 million in your nest egg at retirement, you have to live on 40% of that each and every year to not outlive that money. 4% of $1 million is $40,000. Now, some of you out there say, yeah, I can do that. I can live on $40,000 a year. Remember, that's if you have $1 million in a nest egg. Guess what the average nest egg is in this country? $180,000. Most people, when they retire, have approximately $180,000 to live on for the rest of their life. 4% of $180,000 is $7,200 a year. That is $600 a month that they have to live on in that retirement as their retirement source of income. They say, well, I've got Social Security as well. That's going to make up the difference. The most you can get from Social Security in this country on an ongoing monthly basis is $3,770. That's the most you can get. If you're a millionaire, that's the most you can get on a monthly basis from Social Security. The average is under $1,500 a month. So let's take that average, since that's who we're talking to about here, is dealing with averages. Take that average $1,500 Social Security check and then throw that whopping $600 retirement check. Again, that's not including the taxes you're going to pay on that check as well. But let's just even forget about taxes. Let's take that average $600 401k retirement check and add it to our Social Security check, and that gives us a little over $25,000 a year in income. Do you see now why everyone ends up poor? These are the vehicles that the vast majority of people out there, the vast majority, that's who I'm talking to, I guarantee the vast majority of the people watching this have one of these traditional retirement vehicles that they think are going to give them enough income to live later in life. It's exactly why people and everyone ends up poor. These are terrible, terrible plans and vehicles for retirement income later in life. You can and you must do better. It's simply, that's all it comes down to. You must do better. You must adhere to the circle of wealth and the 5 rules of wealth. And if you do so, you will not end up poor like everybody does out there. There is a better way. There's a better way. If you'd like me to talk at length about what that better way is, feel free to reach out to me. I can show you a vehicle that will potentially give you 4 times the income that these traditional retirement vehicles will give you. That is 400% more in income in retirement than the traditional retirement vehicles give you. That is turning the 4% rule into the 16% rule. And it does exist, because there is a vehicle out there that adheres to the circle of wealth and the 5 rules of wealth. You pay yourself first, you start today, and the vehicle secures your money. It focuses on compound interest and exponential growth, and then you can securely leverage this vehicle to supercharge and accelerate your compounding interest and exponential growth. And it feeds back into each other. It all starts with you, though. You have to make the decision to pay yourself first, starting today, and then I can help you with that vehicle. Reach out to me. I'm happy to give you an illustration and show you how this vehicle will beat the pants off of your current retirement plan, whether it's a 401k, 403b, IRA, or Roth. Give me a call, 1-800-431-8509. Pass this video along to somebody that you think can benefit from it. If you have any questions, insurance, financial, retirement planning related, reach out at any time. If you want a copy of this book, I will be happy to put one in the mail for you at no cost whatsoever. Private message me, call me, direct message me, reach out, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, any of the above. I will put one of these books in the mail for you. It will positively impact your life financially in a great way if you simply read it and apply the rules inside. Let's talk about it. Let's start the discussion. Let's see what you're currently doing now, and let me show you how we can do much, much better for you and provide you with a substantial source of retirement funds later in life. Hope you have a wonderful and productive week. Until next week, take care, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.